Are you new to a GLP-1, or maybe you've been on one for a while and you're wondering, should I be doing some specific diet plan so that I can maximize my weight loss? If yes, this video is for you. So, what works best for weight loss? Well, the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to calculate your calorie deficit. One of the best tools to use for that, aside from going to a nutritionist or a dietitian, is going to be going to the tdeecalculator.net and putting in your information. And if you need more detailed instructions on how to do that, I do have a video about how to calculate your calorie deficit, so definitely go check that out. Once you find your calorie deficit, then you're going to want to pack in as much protein as you can. For women, the recommendation is at least 30 grams of protein per meal, with protein being the priority for snacks as well. Now, is it the end of the world if you don't meet your protein goal every day? No. Is it going to screw up your weight loss? No. Is there a potential that you might be a little bit hungrier on days that you're lower in your protein? Yes. Could that confuse you over time into thinking that you need to titrate up when in actuality you're just not getting enough protein? Yes, and I have a video all about that, so definitely go check that one out. So protein is important, not just to help us stay satiated so that we lose weight, but also to help maintain the muscle mass so that we can keep our metabolism, right, at a good level. Because what ends up happening as you lose muscle mass is your metabolism lowers, right? You don't burn as many calories. So even if you're in a calorie deficit, if you're losing a lot of muscle, eventually those two things are going to catch up with each other and it's going to cause you to stall. So protein is important, hydration is important, and you want to make sure that you're getting in electrolytes at least once a day, if not more. If you're not sure how much water you should be drinking because you see all these people online making ridiculous claims of drinking 2 gallons of water a day, you can always talk to your doctor or a nutritionist or a dietitian to find out what would be a good water goal for you. Do you have to meet some arbitrary, ridiculous number of steps, like 20,000 steps? I saw a gym guru the other day that was saying, you have to have 25,000 steps. No. The other thing that you need to keep in mind, and this is so important, and I think that people really lose sight of this, losing weight is 95% nutrition. Do you need to exercise? Yes. Do you need to amp up that exercise as you get closer to your goal weight? Yes. But 95% of weight loss is nutrition. If you go back to some of my earlier videos when I was at a much higher weight, I talked about how I was not doing this ridiculous amount of exercise that everyone was talking about because I was concerned about the effect that it was going to have on my joints, going from a completely sedentary lifestyle to then trying to work out really hard, right, to burn that fat. And then in the meantime, either injuring myself or potentially doing long-term damage on my joints, right, at a much, much higher weight. Now that I've lost, I can do a lot more and there's a lot less stress on my joints. And I did it without a ton of exercise. Now, am I doing resistance training? Yes, I have been doing that from the beginning, but it's very controlled, it's very light. And again, I won't be ramping that up until I get under the 200-pound mark, which is very close. So being strategic and being smart about your exercise and your nutrition is really what's going to get you to your goal. Another thing that I want to mention that not enough people are talking about is if you are just starting out on a GLP-1 and you don't have any appetite suppression and you don't have any satiety, right? If you are not having any of the positive side effects, you're not losing weight yet, but you're just starting out, you still need to focus on nutrition. Because once that medication kicks in and it starts to help you with your insulin resistance, your PCOS, your Hashimoto's, your hormone imbalance, your sleep apnea, your heart conditions, the list goes on and on and on. Once it starts helping you and you get to a dosage where it clicks and it starts working, then all of your hard work with your nutrition is immediately going to start paying off, and you are going to see it. Not everyone loses weight at the lower doses. Sometimes they don't lose weight till the higher doses, but it's so important that you focus on nutrition from the very start. You may not be perfect, especially if you're still having challenges with food noise and not having appetite suppression, but still make that your focus. Don't focus on weight loss. Make the nutrition and the calorie deficit your focus and making healthy choices. And eventually the two will meet up and there will be fireworks and you will lose weight. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I feel like there's not enough people talking about that, especially for those who are new on a GLP-1. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Definitely go check out my other videos. I have a lot of helpful tips and tricks and my own personal accounting of my health journey so far on a GLP-1. If you're looking for a positive-only support group where you won't be attacked for asking questions because you need help, I've got you covered. The link is in the description box below. And as always, be kind, rewind.